In the bustling city of Chicago, where the streets hummed with life and the skyline stretched endlessly, a small boy named Joe walked through his neighborhood with wide, curious eyes. Joe was known for his kindness, a trait that shone brightly in his every action. One warm spring afternoon, as the sun bathed the city in golden light, Joe's life was about to change in the most unexpected way. While wandering near a park, Joe noticed a large dog sitting by the curb. Its fur was matted, and its eyes held a mix of weariness and hope. The dog's gaze locked onto Joe's, and something in its expression tugged at the boy's heart. Without hesitation, Joe approached the dog, his small hand outstretched. The dog, sensing no threat, wagged its tail and licked Joe's face and hands, as if thanking him for the kindness he hadn't even shown yet. Joe's parents, watching from a distance, were moved by their son's compassion. They learned from neighbors that the dog was a stray, wandering the streets for weeks. Joe begged his parents to help the dog, and though they were hesitant at first, they couldn't ignore the sincerity in their son's plea. They decided to take the dog in, but there was one problem. The dog had disappeared by the time they returned with supplies. What followed was a 2-month-long search filled with anxiety and determination. Joe and his parents put up posters, asked around the neighborhood, and even visited local shelters, but the dog was nowhere to be found. Joe refused to give up, his young heart convinced that the dog needed them as much as they needed it. Finally, one rainy evening, they received a call. A kind stranger had spotted the dog limping near an alley. Joe and his parents rushed to the location, their hearts pounding. There she was, the same dog, now with an injured paw, shivering and weak. Without a second thought, they wrapped her in a blanket and took her to the nearest veterinary clinic. The vet confirmed that the dog, whom they named Harley, had been injured but would recover with proper care. The staff at the clinic were touched by Joe's unwavering dedication. They worked tirelessly to nurse Harley back to health, and Joe visited her every day, bringing treats and words of encouragement. Weeks passed, and Harley's strength returned. Her once dull coat now gleamed, and her eyes sparkled with gratitude. If you liked the video, put like and subscribe to the channel, where you will find a lot of interesting things.